The story begins with 5 student scientists led by Kate, her boyfriend Jeb, Hawkeye, Dorothy, and Praveen. They are all students at the Weather Institute. They are filming a video where Kate explains about a liquid she has created that they are going to drop in the middle of an approaching tornado, which will help them stop it. As the tornado gets closer, Hawkeye stays behind because he is monitoring the machines. The others head towards the tornado with the liquid. As they get closer, visibility becomes near impossible. However, they notice a strong wind that causes their can to flip over. They all get out of the car, open the containers, and jump back in to leave the area. We see the liquid being sucked into the tornado, and the devices activate, but the tornado does not stop. Instead, it gets even stronger. Meanwhile, Hawkeye is analyzing data and discovers that the chemical has had no effect on the tornado. They decide to drive away, but heavy objects start hitting their car. Suddenly, a car flies towards their car and crashes into it. The 4 of them get out of their car and head towards a bridge where Praveen gets stuck and dies. Some debris flies towards them, and Dorothy gets swept into the tornado. Kate and Jeb manage to climb up, but the tornado is so powerful that it pulls Jeb in, causing his death as well. Kate holds onto a metal bar. The tornado finally calms down after hours, leaving behind complete devastation. Kate is utterly broken. No one at the Weather Institute could have imagined that the tornado would be so powerful and engulf the entire city. Only Kate and Hawkeye survive from this tragedy. 5 years pass, and Kate works as a reporter for the New York Weather Institute. She still hasn't fully recovered from the trauma of the incident and moved away from her hometown, as it reminds of her lost friends. Hawkeye shows up at Kate's office one day and asks her to help with a project. His company has developed a new tracking system that can accurately inform people about upcoming tornadoes. Kate agrees, and they both head to Oklahoma the next day. Hawkeye introduces Kate to his team. Tyler, a famous influencer, is also present with his team. They are tornado chasers who go right into the middle of the storm to provide information about it. When he arrives, people are drawn to him, and Tyler begins selling his branded merchandise. He goes to talk to Kate, but she isn't interested and leaves. Hawkeye and Kate, along with their team, head towards the tornado, but Tyler and his gang follow them. Tyler's truck passes them, causing Hawkeye to get separated from his team. Hawkeye and Kate reach the tornado and get out of the car. Hawkeye starts operating his machine while Kate watches the tornado. She becomes overwhelmed with fear about the tornado, which brings back the trauma of the incident. She asks Hawkeye to abandon their mission, and they leave without completing their task. This frustrates Hawkeye. Meanwhile, we see Tyler's team having fun in the middle of the tornado. Tyler drills into the ground to stabilize his car, and then he and his crew light firecrackers inside the tornado. They are having a blast. Literally. This shocks Kate and Hawkeye. As evening approaches, they find a motel to stay in. Tyler and his team also arrive at the same motel, and Kate starts talking to them. She learns that they have good knowledge about tornadoes, and that Tyler is a renowned scientist. She is impressed. The next day, Hawkeye meets a man named Marshall and shows him the destruction. Meanwhile, Tyler tries to befriend Kate. They soon discover another tornado and immediately leave with their teams. They encounter 2 tornadoes, one much stronger than the other. They decide to head towards the stronger tornado to get their report. Kate observes that the wind direction is changing and advises Hawkeye to go towards the weaker tornado. He is initially hesitant but agrees to do so. Tyler's team, on the other hand, only encounters some wind at their chosen location, and everything calms down. Kate's team faces a frightening and dangerous situation, but Kate is not afraid this time. Hawkeye successfully operates his device. Kate looks at the map and notices a village nearby that has suffered extensive damage. She wants to help them. She sees that Tyler and his team are already helping people and offering them food. She learns that they sell t-shirts and merchandise online to help those affected by the storm. She gains more respect for Tyler. Hawkeye has also brought his investor, who wants to meet those who lost their homes. Kate finds this strange. Later that evening, Kate returns to the motel and Tyler brings her food. Finally, they become good friends and start talking. At night, they go to watch a bulldog fight. As the match is going on, the wind begins to pick up. They head to a shop, but it doesn't have a basement. So Kate takes the people towards a nearby bridge. There is a couple in a car who tries to escape, but gets caught in the tornado. They watch as the entire shop is blown away. Kate manages to get a child and his mother to safety under the bridge. Meanwhile, Tyler goes to help the shop owner who is trapped, but the car caught in the tornado crashes onto them, and shop owner gets swapped into the tornado. After hours, the storm subsides, and we see Hawkeye trying to get his investor back to meet the people. Kate confronts Hawkeye, accusing his investor of trying to take advantage of those who lost their homes. She calls it wrong. This angers Hawkeye. He tells her not to judge him and that he has lost 3 friends because of her scientific project. After saying this, Hawkeye realizes his mistake and apologizes. But Kate is furious and leaves to go back to her home, which is nearby. She had returned to her home after many years, so she is happy to be back. The next day, Kate is reviewing her school project, and Tyler arrives. He recognizes her and mentions seeing her on the news. He tells her that nothing was her fault during the incident. They, along with Kate's mom, have dinner together. The following day, Tyler asks Kate to work on her old project, which could help stop tornadoes. Kate is heartbroken at the suggestion because her friends died working on that same project. She gets angry and tells Tyler to leave. Later that evening, Tyler is about to leave, but Kate changes her mind. She apologizes to him because she needs his help with the project. They both start working on it together. Their readings are all correct, and they both head into a tornado with the chemical. They drop the chemical into the tornado, causing a surge in the storm. But slowly, the tornado starts to calm down. This is a big win for Kate, and she is extremely happy that her project was successful. That evening, Hawkeye comes to apologize and admits that he took the wrong path for funding the project. Kate forgives him. Later, Kate and Tyler set out on another chase, but this time, Tyler's entire team joins them. Along the way, we see Hawkeye and his team join them. But the storm intensifies to the point that even the road ahead is impossible to see. Hawkeye's car flips over. Fortunately, there is a nearby mill where a huge explosion occurs, followed by several blasts. Hawkeye manages to drive his car back. Seeing this, Kate and Tyler's team head back towards the city because the storm is so strong that it could engulf the entire city. Hawkeye wants to help the people, but his partner stops him, so he leaves him behind. We see a mass exodus happening in the city. They reach the city and tell people to take shelter in a nearby theater. But a tram arrives and crashes into Tyler, trapping his leg. The water tank is about to fall on them, but Hawkeye saves Tyler. All 3 of them hide in the theater, but the roof of the theater gets blown off. Some people get caught in the tornado. Seeing this, Kate takes Tyler's car without telling anyone and sets out to successfully implement her experiment. She manages to reach the tornado, secures the car, and turns the machine on. The entire chemical gets absorbed into the tornado, causing a commotion in the sky. The tornado's intensity increases, but Tyler manages to survive. As the chemical gets completely absorbed, the tornado's speed slows down. After a few minutes, everything becomes calm. Seeing that the danger is over, people head towards Kate's car, which is now flipped over. Kate manages to get out, and everyone starts celebrating. A few days later, we see Hawkeye at the airport to see Kate off. She is leaving for New York to seek funding for her research. Tyler misses her a lot, but they learn that her flight has been delayed. Tyler takes Kate back with him, and the story ends. See you in the next video. Please subscribe to this channel.